Hello and welcome to the history of the USS Kelvin. The USS Kelvin NCC-0514 was a Federation Kelvin-type starship operated by Starfleet during the 23rd century. In 2233, the Kelvin was under the command of Captain Richard Robbo, while his first officer was Lieutenant Commander George Kirk. On stardate 223304, the Kelvin was on a mission 75,000 kilometers from the Klingon Federation border. George Kirk's wife, Wyona, was also on board at that time, pregnant with their son, James T. Kirk. In 2233, the Kelvin encountered a black hole created in 2387 by the detonation of a red matter device, which subsequently spawned an alternate reality. As the Kelvin was observing the black hole, an unidentified vessel emerged from the future. It would later turn out to be the Neretta, a 24th century mining vessel commanded by Captain Nero. The Kelvin was attacked, leading to a battle during which Captain Rabu was murdered, having been invited to the attacking ship under the pretenses of negotiating a ceasefire. His first officer, George Kirk, assumed command almost immediately after Rabu died. Nero abandoned all pretenses of negotiation and attacked once more, inflicting major damage on the Kelvin. With no chance of defeating the Neretta in combat, Kirk ordered an evacuation, planning to set the autopilot to ram the Neretta with the Kelvin, only for the systems to fail. Kirk therefore elected to stay on board to both steer the ship and to operate its weapons in order to protect the fleeing shuttlecraft from the Neretta's missiles. Kirk then piloted the craft to its destruction, ramming the Neretta, disabling it, and giving the crew of the Kelvin a chance to flee. It was during that battle that George Kirk's son, James T. Kirk, was born. Naming him over the communicator was one of George Kirk's final actions prior to impact. Despite the fierceness of the engagement, the evacuation effort culminated in the Kelvin being survived by over 800 of its crew, including Wyona Kirk and her newborn son. But with the notable exception of Captain Rabu, George Kirk, and several other crew members who were killed during the Neretta's attack, or who were unable to escape prior to the ship's final impact with its attacker. In memory of the Kelvin, Christopher Pike wrote a dissertation on the ship and the actions of its final commanding officer, George Kirk. Hey, thank you for watching the history of the USS Kelvin. Special thanks to Memory Alpha for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you. And have a nice day. Bye-bye!